Good morning, student. Welcome you all in the illumination and electrification of building video lecture session. In the last video, we see about the general requirements of factory lighting and industrial lighting, the type of lamp used in industrial lighting, and maintenance of the light fittings. In this session, we are going to see the lighting scheme for factories or characteristic of factory lighting, street lighting, electric light source for the street lights, street lighting scheme and its design, objective of street lighting, location of lamps and their advantages. Now we start with the lighting scheme for factories or characteristic of factory lighting. Take a look for the layout of lighting scheme which is used for any manufacturing unit of industry. So any manufacturing unit has different areas in a big shed where different types of machines are installed for manufacturing of products. Power wiring system is provided to each and every machines through a common or individual control panel. A separate transformer unit is also provided which is supplying the power to the machines. For the safety and in case of any emergencies happen, then there is a separate provision of illuminating areas are required for the safety purpose. So the supply to the illumination system which is separated from the power wiring and which is distributed by a separate distribution system. Therefore, the illumination system shall be such that there is a uniform illumination and adequate illumination in case at the time of emergency condition also. For distribution of electricity, the total area of that factory is divided into a equal load, likewise area A, B, C and D. This layout consists isolation transformer and air brake switches, 3-pole current capacity having a 250 ampere on the both side of isolation transformer. The energy is received from the auxiliary transformer with the help of 4-core cable. It is connected to the isolation transformer, that is 1:1 ratio transformer having a dry type transformer, lighting power 75 kVA, 450 volt or 415 volt rated. Further, it is connected to HRC fuse having 3 numbers of HRC fuse. Current rating is 160 ampere and it is connected to the bus bar. The bus bar having one input and many outputs according to the distributed area A, B, C, D, and for the future expansion provision, the spare lighting should also be radiated. Each pair having 80 ampere fuses and current circuit breaker. Generally, individual fuses are connected to the bus bar each arm. So such kind of layout is followed by the industry for the separate illumination lighting scheme. This system is very helpful in emergency condition also. Whenever the fault is arises in the machine, so total machine shutdown has been taken by the safety switch gears, but due to separation of this individual lighting scheme, whole system of the lighting scheme in that factory should be run without any interruption of that fault due to the power wiring. So it is very helpful to isolate this lighting scheme from the power wiring. Now, next point is street lighting. First of all, we have to see that application of street lighting. It is used where the parking areas, roads, street lights, bridges, garden, which is provided with lighting scheme. The electric supply authorities electricity board, that is electricity board, is provided the supply or energy, but maintenance and position of the street lighting comes under the municipal corporation. So all this lighting scheme comes under the category of street lighting. So take a look for the street lighting cross section of the tubular steel pole. It having a terminal box, concrete foundation, base plate, and incoming and outgoing cables. As the series of street poles are erected in a road, it having a cross arm. Over that, a light fixture is mounted on the top of that longer arm pole. Now the general specification of street lighting. For the street light, steel tubular type of pole are used. The street light pole, which is always erected in the road, which is installed from the road end side, that is 1.5 meter beside the road end side. Base of pole is concrete platform below base plate. All poles shall perfectly earthed for the safety purposes with the GI wire. Base plate material is mild steel and size of the base plate is 30 cm by 30 cm and 1 cm thick. In the terminal box, it having a fuse, neutral link and earthing thimble where the wires are connected and run through the pipe for the tube connections. Now the nature of supply for the street light is all the light fittings are connected to the 230 volt supply, but it is distributed by 3-phase 415 volt AC and the load is balanced on the Rn, Yn and Bn equally by the 230 volt. Now the tariff is, as we know, the service connections or the supply which is provided by the service provider, but the cost requirement which is comes under the corporation or municipal corporation. This tariff covers the energy consumption, that is running cost, as well as the replacement of that light fittings or maintenance. Take a look for the street lighting light source, that is incandescent lamp which is used for street lighting. Then mercury vapor lamp which is used as street lights. Then sodium vapor lamp for the street light. In rural areas, a fluorescent tube are used as a street light. It having a twin tube fixture, both carries 40 watt. So altogether, one light fixtures consume 80 watt. power. Then a solar powered fluorescent tube. That picture shows a solar panel, cross arm, tube light and a battery set. Then the street light uses LED, which is low power consumption and high intensity LED fixtures for the road illumination. Now next point is street lighting scheme and its design. The first one is luminous intensity should be uniform on the street. The distance between two poles is 30 to 35 meter. It means a series of poles are erected on the streets. Therefore, the span between the two poles are 30 to 35 meter. We have to keep. All crossings and turns should be provided with street light points. Height of lamps should be uniform, and it is also depend upon their spacing and nature of road. Street mains means overhead conductor of that street light may be drawn along the distribution line, and the return path or the return wire is connected to the neutral of overhead conductors. Switch or time switch should be used for controlling the street lines. A fuse unit should be provided in each lamp circuit on the same pole at a safe distance from the ground level, that is generally 1.5 meter from the ground surface. The next point is objective of street lighting. There should not be glare on the road in the illumination time. The object shall be clearly visible up to 40 meter to the car vehicle driver, so that driver can easily identify the obstacles in the road. The road and the background to be illuminated against the objects on the road. Objects are viewed by contrast. Means generally the street light objective of the street light is compared with the shop lighting and street lighting. In shop lighting, the light fixture is illuminated to the background as well as the object which are kept in front of that background. And in the street light fitting is used to illuminate the object in the road. So the difference is, by using this difference, so the driver or the pedestrian are identify the objects in that dark background areas, so that the accidents which are happened is avoided due to this perfectly illuminated street light. Location of lamps, types, surface of road light, distribution on the road, etc. are equally important. Objects on the road get lesser incident light, which is normally seen by the viewer and appear to be dark against illuminated road and background. ज्यावेळेस स्ट्रीट लाईटचं बॅकग्राऊंड जर बघितलं आपण तर ह्या दोन्ही ठिकाणी स्ट्रीट लाईट आणि शॉप लाईटिंगचं जर दोन कंपॅरिझनला जर आपण घेतलं तर शॉप लाईटिंगसाठी बाउंडरीज आहेत, म्हणजे त्या बाउंडरीच्या आतमध्येच फक्त काय इल्युमिनेशन करायचं आहे ते शॉप लाईटिंगला. स्ट्रीट लाईटला बाउंडरीज काही नाही आहेत, त्याच्यामुळे जे काही इल्युमिनेशन होणार आहे त्या बॅकग्राऊंडला हे डार्कच असणार आहे आणि याच्या दरम्यान जो ऑब्जेक्ट येणार आहे तो ऑब्जेक्ट फक्त इल्युमिनेट झाला असेल, जो व्ह्यूवरला नॉर्मली तो इझिली आयडेंटिफाय व्हायला पाहिजे. म्हणजेच तो कॉन्ट्रास्टमध्ये जो बॅकग्राऊंडला जो काही डार्क असणार आहे त्याच्या कॉन्ट्रास्टमध्ये तो ऑब्जेक्ट तो इल्युमिनेट व्हायला पाहिजे. हे स्ट्रीट लाईटचा ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आहे, जेणेकरून जे काही होणारे फ्युचरला ॲक्सिडेंट्स वगैरे होतील किंवा टळतील. नेक्स्ट वन इज location of lamps and their advantages. The first one location is central mounted street light. Its advantages: two lamps back to back are used. This central mounted street light is useful for very wide road. This fixture is very economical. Second one is opposite mounting. Superior to other method. Uniform illumination on the road surface for wide road. Opposite mounting means the poles are erected opposite sides of the road, which is used for superior and illuminate the roadside surfaces. It is used for very wide roads. Third one is stacked arrangement, that lamps on alternate columns on the opposite side of the central strip. Very suitable for 15-meter wide road on both sides having footpath at extreme ends. म्हणजे ज्या ठिकाणी स्टॅग्ड अरेंजमेंटचा अर्थ आहे रोड साईडच्या दोन्ही रोड्स त्या रोडच्या दोन्ही साईडला पोल स्ट्रीट लाईट्स इरेक्ट केलेत, बट ह्या दोघांचे पोझिशन जे असणार आहे ती समोरासमोर नसता अल्टरनेट मॅनरमध्ये अल्टरनेट फॅशनमध्ये त्या यूज केलेल्या असतात. ज्या ठिकाणी 15 मीटर वाईडचा रोड आहे आणि त्याच रोडवरती फुटपाथ एक्स्ट्रीम एंडला आहे किंवा त्या फुटपाथच्या एक्स्ट्रीम एंडला ही लॅम्प किंवा पोल उभा केला असेल, अशा वेळेला स्ट्रॅग्ड अरेंजमेंट आपल्याला यूज करायला लागेल. लास्ट वन इज सिंगल साइड माउंटेड फॉर बेंड्स विथ रॅडियस विथ लेस दॅन 75 टाइम्स हाईट ऑफ माउंटिंग. सिंगल साइड माउंटिंग अरेंजमेंट यूज करायला लागेल, विच इज नॉट फॉर स्ट्रेट रोड. समजा म्हणजे टर्न जिथं असतील त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला हे सिंगल साइड माउंटेड यूज करायला लागेल. अर्थात हा पॉईंट बघा, सेंट्रल माउंट 4 टाईपचे पोल आहेत. एक पोल असेल सेंट्रल माउंट केला म्हणजे रोड आहेत, वन वे रोड असतील समजा 2 पदरी, तर याच्या बरोबर सेंट्रलला एकाच पोलवरती 2 आर्म यूज केलेलं सेंट्रल माउंटेड पोल असेल, म्हणजे बॅक टू बॅक 2 लॅम्प्स त्याच्यावरती बसवले जातात, जेणेकरून त्याच लॅम्पमुळं दोन्ही रोड इल्युमिनेट होतील. म्हणजे वाईड रोड जर असेल 2 पदरी रोड असेल तरी सेंट्रल माउंटेड लॅम्पच किंवा फिक्चर किंवा पोल हे यूज केले जाते. अपोजिट माउंटिंग जर असतील तर ज्या ठिकाणी वाईड रोड आहे तर त्या रोडच्या साईडला रोडच्या दोन्ही साईडला अपोजिट पोल्स किंवा एकमेकाच्या समोर ते पोल्स विथ प्रॉपर बेंड हे यूज केले जातात, जेणेकरून युनिफॉर्म इल्युमिनेशन त्या रोडवरती मिळेल. स्टॅग्ड अरेंजमेंटला सेम अपोजिट साईडला किंवा रोडच्या दोन्ही साईडला पोल्स उभा केले असतात, बट एक पोलच्या समोर दुसरा पोल न ठेवता एक पोल नंतर अल्टरनेट अरेंजमेंटवरती अपोजिट साईडला दुसरा पोल उभा केला जातो आणि त्या पद्धतीनं त्याची अरेंजमेंट केली जाते. स्टॅक अरेंजमेंट किंवा स्टॅग्ड अरेंजमेंट असं त्याला म्हटलं जाते. असे रोड जिथं 15 मीटर वाईड लेंथ आहे किंवा विड्थ आहे आणि त्याच रोडवरती फुटपाथसुद्धा आहेत, अशा रोड्सनं इथे स्टॅग्ड अरेंजमेंट पोल उभा केलं जातं आहे. देन सिंगल साईड माउंटेड आहे, म्हणजेच एकच पोल त्याच्यावरती बेंड असलेला आर्म आणि त्याच्यावरती लाईट फिक्चर्स. ज्या ठिकाणी टर्निंग असेल अशा ठिकाणी सिंगल साईड अरेंजमेंट ही बसवली जाते. Take a look for the location of central mounted street light pole. See that pictures having uniform illumination of both the roads. So the pole is erected in the central of the streets. The pole having two cross arms and the light fixtures are mounted on that the two cross arms. Then the location of the lamps, that is opposite mounting. Both the street light poles are erected both side of the road ends, and the illumination on the road is very uniform and is very bright. See here, both side stacked pole arrangement. One left side picture shows how the road is illuminated by using the stacked arrangement poles, and the left side shows the actual arrangement of that pole. The red dots shows the actual position of the light fixtures on the pole. So this kind of pole locations are used as a stacked, where the road having a footpath and extreme wide roads are having such kind of arrangement. Stacked poles are used. Now single side poles are used where the turnings are there, where straight roads are not there. Then the single side poles are used. Take a look for the exact location of the poles. Figure A shows a single sided mounted street light poles. Figure B shows stacked arrangement street lights. Figure C shows opposite mounting street lights, and figure D shows central mounted street light poles. So such kind of configurations are used, which is depends on the size of road, the nature of roads, and the traffic density on that road. So according to that, the location of lamps are used for the uniform and glare free structure. So today we are going to stop over here. Thank you.